Hi guys, today we're talking about how to actually enjoy going to the gym. So, you've seen lots of posts on Instagram, Instagram Reels where people are talking about how hard it is going to the gym, how much is a sacrifice they're making in order to look good, to be strong and healthy. I don't think that is really a good thing to think of gym as a struggle, as a sacrifice. This is your life. You're choosing this path because you know that it will pay you out, and it will for the rest of your life. So you don't have to think that because it is hard and you feel physical pain while in the gym, you don't need to think of it as a struggle, as something that requires so much effort that it becomes a sacrifice. Of course there will be sacrifices, of course. There is a little percentage of things in life that won't require struggle. That is giving in. That is, getting addicted to something. You won't sacrifice anything in order to be comfortable. You will sacrifice a lot in order to level up. But you don't have to think of it as a struggle or as a sacrifice. Let me rephrase that. You must not think of it as a sacrifice. Because what's going to happen is that you will hyper-romanticize it. You will actually start thinking of the gym as the whole life of yours. That's not your whole life. That is something you do maybe 1 hour a day on average. 1 hour out of 24 isn't your whole life. So, in order to actually enjoy going to the gym, you must not make the gym your whole personality, your whole life. You must not let your brain do that. You're a gym goer, okay? Maybe you're already a fit guy, you already got a pretty nice physique, pretty decent physique after, 1 year, 2 years of training. That's perfect. But you're not just someone that goes to the gym, because you're the shell of a human if you do that. You understand? So my advice here is, do not let your brain focus on the gym instead of actually living your life. So do not view the gym, going to the gym, lifting weights as a sacrifice, as something that requires all your energy, because it doesn't. It literally doesn't. After 1 hour that you came back from going to the gym, you could still do some push-ups. You could still walk to your kitchen. So it's not something that requires that much energy overall. There are days where you don't go to the gym. So there are no days where you don't breathe. Does that make you someone that is obsessed with breathing and does nothing else? No, of course not. That's a dumb thing to think. But why are you obsessed with going to the gym and make it your whole personality, thinking that you enjoy it when it's something that you do 1 hour, 1 hour and a half a day on average? That doesn't make any sense. So do not make the gym your whole personality, and do not think that the gym is such a sacrifice, because it is not. After 1 year, 1 year and a half, maybe 2 years, you will just enjoy going to the gym. There will be rare occasions when you don't feel like going to the gym. It's been a week, pretty bad week, because I pretty much injured myself lightly, but I did. My tendon, I don't know what's it called. I just know that it's right here in my forearm. I got weak tendons, weak ligaments, I don't know what it's called, but yeah, it just hurts a little bit, and I don't want to let the inflammation spread and really gave me tennis elbow again, so I'm just going to rest for a few days. I just feel pain even closing some doors. So these are the things where you will use discipline in order to not go to the gym after you really, really like going to the gym. I still need to use some discipline to go to the gym sometimes. That's, even athletes need to do that. But the important thing here is to not think of the gym as a struggle, as a sacrifice. I'm going to repeat myself so many times because I want to put emphasis on how important this is. Do not make the gym a sacrifice in your mind. This is really important. The second step on how to actually enjoy the gym, in my opinion, is to never ever compare yourself to others. In a bad way, of course. You will start to look at other dudes and maybe they're more muscular than you, they're leaner. Who cares? You can't base your whole personality on lifting. So your value as a man does not totally depend on how you look. Listen, you're not obese, you're not that much overweight. So if you look a little worse than some dude in the gym who's been training for 4 years, optimizing everything in his life, counting every calories that he eats, of course you won't look good as him. That's obvious. That's maths. He spent thousands of hours in the gym and you didn't. So of course he's going to look better than you. That's not something that should really put you down and, oh man, I don't look as good as that guy who trained 6 times more than I did. Of course I won't. Don't compare yourself to these people, because there is no such thing as painful as not being enough. If you're not enough for yourself, you're losing. You're actually being someone who isn't proud of himself, also known as someone who doesn't think that he's worthy of being what he wants. So you are not going to make as much gains, you are not going to become the man that you want to be as fast as you want, because you don't believe that you're worthy of it. You see what I mean? You don't need to see the gym as a sacrifice. You don't need to see training as hard as you can as something that you must do, but as something that you want to do. Because no one is forcing you to do that, right? No one is forcing you to become muscular. You want to become muscular because you like it, because you think that it will look good on you. That's basic, you know. You want to look good, okay. You want to be strong, fair enough. Go to the gym. But do not compare yourself to other people thinking that you're not good enough. They just did one right thing, and that one right thing is going to the gym for years. That's how they accomplish their goals. So do not compare yourself in such way, because it will only put you down. You're going to be, insulting yourself subconsciously, unconsciously. I don't know what's it called. Unconsciously, maybe. You can compare yourself in a good way. So what you do is not comparing yourself technically, is getting inspired by someone else. You see this big dude in the gym, benching 100 kilograms for reps. You say, I want to be like him. Maybe you go speak to him. How long have you been training for? 6 years, 8 years. I've only been training for 1 year. Of course, you won't be as good as him in bench press. Of course, you won't have such developed chests like him. That's basic. That's maths, as I said earlier. So, this is a great way to compare yourself to others, getting inspired by them. It's a sense of you get a sense of relief when you hear people say, yeah, I've been training for years, for 6 years, because it tells you that sometime in the future you will get what you want. You just need to stick to your plan. This is how I actually became happier, because I went to the gym. There is no such thing that will get you happy if you don't realize that you can be happy from it. You see what I mean? If you see the gym as a struggle, as a sacrifice, if you compare yourself to other people, you won't be happy. If you realize that you can be happy just from going to the gym, knowing that someday you will get the results, you will be happy. Right now, not later. Right now. This is something that you must do, because if you are not happy going to the gym, you won't be happy a year from now. Maybe you won't even go to the gym 1 year from now. You will stop because it wasn't fulfilling enough for you. Maybe you got convinced by your own brain, by your own excuses, that it's just genetics that matter. It's because I got that negative Chantal teeth, I don't know how's it called, but some black pill shit. You will get convinced by that, trust me. If you are not happy now that you are going to the gym, so you're making progress, you won't be a year from now, because you can feel happy, as I said earlier, right now, just by realizing that you will be happy, that you can be happy from just going to the gym. So don't stress over that. Don't stress over results, because they will come. Just think that you are worthy of the physique that you want. Just think that you don't need to see the gym as a sacrifice, because it is not. It's something that you want to do, and you will be happy right now. This isn't some bullshit that I'm just telling you because I don't profit from this, okay? I could tell you, do bench press 6 times, 6 reps for 6 sets because this will get you more hypertrophy. I'm not. I'm just telling you how to actually enjoy this journey. Because if you don't enjoy this journey, you will fall off. You will. So, if you want to see the gym as a struggle, if you want to, be that little depressed gym rat that isn't loved by anyone and he's okay with it, it's not 2020 anymore, okay? It's funny because lots of reels, the winter arc, I'm a Sigma male, come on. Come on. You're just literally, imagine it from a perspective, from an alien perspective. You come on Earth and you see this dude crying because he has to lift weights, but he wants to lift weights. That's just dumb as hell, okay? I'm not saying that gym isn't hard, that going every day isn't hard. I'm not saying that it's not painful, because it is, okay? I take all my sets until failure, and that is painful, okay? My chest hurts if I do this. I can't really wear any jacket without feeling my chest hurting. But that's not sacrifice. I got this hoodie. I'm not feeling cold right now. I've ate 20 minutes ago. I got a roof above my head. This is not sacrifice. This isn't. Do not hyper-romanticize it. You're not someone that is sacrificing his life, because you're not. You're just improving it. You're improving it by sacrificing a little bit of your time. But what would you do in it instead? You will scroll reels. That's not productive. So do not think that the time that you go to the gym is time that you could have used for something else that it was so productive, because you wouldn't. Okay? You see what I mean? Do not be that sad little emo boy who goes to the gym and doesn't speak to girls. Come on. That's lame. That is lame. Not going to the gym isn't lame. Being that kind of gym goer is lame. So don't trust Sigma edits on Instagram. Don't trust black pillars. Just go to the gym because it's fun, and be happy right now because you will be the man you want to be if you just realize that you can be happy now. So this is it, and goodbye guys. Have a nice day.